So Luke Shaw endured the torrid time in his career in Manchester United as he only managed to play 348 minutes last season. But you're going to find out that this season Luke Shaw has played triple that minutes as he's sitting on 1,288 minutes. Luke Shaw has been one of the favorite players for Ruben Amorim this season. He's very crucial for Ruben Amorim in the left central back position because he has been really solid. And if you look at the heat map of Luke Shaw, you're going to find out that Luke Shaw has been able to affect Manchester United both in and out of position this season. He has been very good, and you could see that Luke Shaw has been able to affect the possession and the way Manchester United play in different ways. You could see that when it comes to playing long passes, long road passes, Luke Shaw has been really brilliant when it comes to trying to move the ball forward, trying to operate in that left wing back role, trying to overlap most of the times of Patrick Dogo. He has been also been crucial in terms of also man marking, following his players out of position. Then the games, especially the Brighton game, then Luke Shaw was constantly following his players out of position. Also, times where Manchester United are 3 versus 2 overloaded the midfield, where we require a central back to push high and try to make those dish tackle. You could find out that Luke Shaw has also been that player that's been able to be there in the midfield of Manchester United to prevent our midfield from being overloaded or being overrun. And you could see that Luke Shaw, there has been a series of conversation of trying to play Luke Shaw in the left wing back position. Amorim has been asked in the press conference a couple of times why he has not really tried or experimented Luke Shaw in the left wing back position. But I feel that Ruben Amorim is trying to protect Luke Shaw from a lot of physical overload by playing in the left wing back position, because we all know that if Luke Shaw plays in the left wing back position, of course he's going to be required to move up and down for the rest of the game. He's going to require a lot of physical output to play in that position, and with his injury history, I don't think it is going to be really wise to play Luke Shaw in that position. And also from a technical point of view, you're going to find out that Luke Shaw is a player that, of course, is going to succeed if he has a lot of good players around him. And you can see that with Ruben Amorim always prioritizing this triangle on both sides of the pitch. Luke Shaw have players like Mason Mount, Diego Dalot, Bruno Fernandes, Matheus Cunha, always rotating and constantly moving in that left side of the pitch. So having players constantly moving and providing passing options and passing lanes, it has really helped Luke Shaw, because if you also look at his passing map, you're going to find out that he's a player that likes to keep it simple. He's not a player that likes to take much of a risk. He's a very technical player that likes to recycle the ball, try to refine the ball, try to help the team to maintain position. And also with that triangle on the left side of the pitch, you can see that it has really helped Luke Shaw to play very well. And on the physical and the technical point of view, you can see that Ruben Amorim has been able to improve the attributes of Luke Shaw. So guys, Ruben Amorim has not just improved the way that Luke Shaw is starting to play. I think he has done some kind of right tactical profiling and usage of Luke Shaw. And you're going to find out that most of the times in game, that Manchester United has been really inconsistent in our patterns. Most of the times we are very passive, we are very easy to play against. Our pressing is usually very sloppy, and we normally sit deep a lot of times in games, while most of the times we are very aggressive, we are very compact, and we play on the front foot, and our pressing intensity is usually excellent. And if you look at the similarity between these two systems, the player that actually dictates how Manchester United play in these two phases is actually Luke Shaw, because it's usually the player that actually comes into the midfield to do those dirty works. It's usually the player that actually comes to save the day for Manchester United. For example, when Manchester United have like a 3 versus 2 overload in the midfield, you're going to find out that Luke Shaw is usually that player that comes in, because of course Bruno Fernandes is the player that we know that he likes to anticipate his pressing moments. Casemiro doesn't have the legs enough to actually go up and down in the midfield. Luke Shaw is usually that third man that likes to come into the midfield and try to create some kind of compatibility for Manchester United, and that's why Luke Shaw has actually been one of the most crucial players for Ruben Amorim in the backline. And you could see in the games like Nottingham Forest, where Manchester United were sloppy and they are being overrun in the midfield, you could see that Luke Shaw actually failed to follow his man. He actually failed to follow Morgan Gibbs-White and Hudson Odoi very tightly, and so that actually made Manchester United to be sloppy. Our midfield was actually overrun. So you could see that Luke Shaw is actually the player that makes the system of Ruben Amorim to be consistent. Is usually that player that actually likes to save the day for Manchester United. You could see against Brighton in similar occasions, he's usually that player that stops the counter attack and tries to turn it to a transitional moment for Manchester United. Also against Wolves, he was also the player that constantly made our midfield to stand out, also made our midfield not to be overrun constantly by the Wolverhampton Wanderers players. And so that tells you that Luke Shaw has been really profiled right in the system of Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim has actually found how to use Luke Shaw and how to utilize Luke Shaw in the system. And you could see that Luke Shaw is the only player in Manchester United that has, the most tackles more than any other player in Manchester United. That does not actually reflect that he's a good player. That stat actually reflects, the right profiling and the right tactical usage of Luke Shaw. I feel that Ruben Amorim has been able to, maximize the ability of Luke Shaw. I think he's one player in Manchester United so far that he has been able to put right. He has been able to profile really well. And you know that Luke Shaw is the player that when he's on form, whatever he does or whatever he touches turns to gold. He's the player that whenever he's on form, we're definitely going to enjoy the benefit of having Luke Shaw in the team. So guys, I want you guys to give me your thoughts on the comment section on who is the most crucial player for Manchester United in our backline. So far for me, it has been Luke Shaw and Matt has the lead. I want you guys to drop your thoughts on the comment section. I want you guys to like, to share, to subscribe to Tactical Trafford as we're making more videos on Manchester United. So see you guys in my next video.